Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ's Coins and Crafts. This is a recap of 2 boxes of nickels that I went through. I started getting nickels because a couple videos ago, a couple weeks ago, I got $40 in nickels, and I ended up getting 2 silver war nickels. So that made me kind of think that maybe my area has not been quite touched or hunted, searched in the nickels in the nickels as much. Between last week and this week, I ended up getting 2 boxes. I got one last week that I went through, and then with the luck that I had, I really decided to get a second box. So the second box I actually just finished last night. This is what I got. So these rows up here are the first box, and then these rows down here, this section down here, is the second box that I got. Excuse me. Alright, so first box. It was pretty good. Kidding. The one thing I was surprised about is that between the 2 boxes, I actually only got 2 Canadian nickels, which I was really kind of surprised, because normally on, say, the pennies or the cents that I usually get, I'm ending up with like 12 or 15 or 20 Canadians, and I just didn't see that many. So in the 50s, I got a 53D, 4 54Ds, 2 55Ds, a 57D, 58. I found 4 of those. The 58Ds, a 59D. In the 40s, I got a 40S, 241S, 241 Phillies, and a 42 Philly, not silver. And I'll show you guys here in just a second. 46 Philly, 248 Phillies, a 49 Philly. In the 30s, I found a 39S and a 39P. So in the 42s, on the first box is actually this one right here. So I'll show you guys, when you're looking at nickels, and I'll show you that it actually says 1942. So right there it says 1942. So when you guys are looking at nickels, if you guys are looking for the Civil War nickels, it will have a, give me my magic pointer of science. It will have the mint marks, instead of on the side, just where they normally are right here. It'll have them right above Monticello, and it'll be a big letter. So that's what you're looking for, P, D, or S. It'll show up right here. Those are the ones that are the silver war nickels. So halfway through 1942 is when they transition from the regular mintages of the nickel copper to the silver, the 35% silver, obviously because they needed the copper for the war effort. So that's how you tell the 42s apart. So the ones that are silver are the ones that you're going to find from 1942 up to 1945. So as you can see from my notes, I was really pretty stoked, because one of the other things that I got is I got 2 2009s. The reason why the 2009s are special are that it is a super low mint year. So those are the 2 2009s that I found in the first box. So let me check my book real fast, and the 2009, I believe, was 2009 Philly was only 39.8 million. 2009 Denver's 46 million, and then the 46S, which is part and proofs, was 2.1 million. So if you compare those 2 mintages, 40 million and 46 million, versus all the other years in the 2000s, like let's say 2007, the Philadelphia minted 571 million, and the Denver minted 626 million. So they're extremely low mintages. for the 2009. So if you guys find those, keep those, because those are worth just a little bit of premium because of the low mint, on those particular ones. So here is the kicker on this first box. I was about halfway through it, and then I pulled this one. I knew exactly what it was. That's right. It's a Buffalo nickel. And it's got a date. 1936. I could not believe that I pulled a Buffalo nickel out of a roll. I had seen, other people pull buffaloes out of rolls before. So just finding one I thought was super, super fantastic. But it doesn't end there, because I found 3 more. I just about lost my mind, because I can't even begin to figure out why there was 4 buffaloes, 2 2009s, and a 42 inside this first box. And if you guys look at these, you notice right around the dates, like right here, you'll see a dark circle. Somebody tried using, there's a product on the market that is called Nickedate. It effectively ruins the coin, because it's acid, and what it's supposed to do is it is supposed to eat away the metal around where the date is, to make the date visible. So they either put it on too long, didn't wash it off fast enough, or these coins were too degraded to pull dates out of. Now there is one, I believe it is this one right here, that if you look at the date, you can actually see it says, I believe 25 is what I was able to figure out. So you barely see the date. So this would be about a 1925, from what I can come up with. So I checked all 3 of these. All 3 of these other ones all have all 4 legs. So they're not any of the varieties. But to find 4 Buffalo nickels in just 10 rolls or so was just unbelievable. Oh wow, guys, wow. just wow. Okay, so then and it was the 42 and the older ones, the 39s, and with the Buffaloes and the 2009s, I'm like, I need to get into the box. I needed to get the box that's next to this, because I can anticipate that I'm going to come up with the same mix of mix of years that I have it in this first box and on any other boxes, because I really don't think my area is hunted very much to find these coins as far as coin roll hunting. So I got another box, and that's this stuff down here. So this is what we got in the second box. So in the second box, I got 2006 Canadian, which isn't bad. In the 50s, I got a 54 Denver, 54S, 2 56 Denvers, 2 58 Denvers, 57 Denvers, a 58 Denver, and 2 59 Denvers. Now, I'm on the West Coast, so it would explain why I'm getting so many Denver mint mark on the West Coast here. So San Francisco, I would tend to get a little bit more, but the Phillies, because it's all the way across the U.S., are going to be a little bit harder for me to get. So in the 40s, we'll take a look at that. In the 40, a 40S, 3 1940 Phillies, a 41 Philly, a 41 Denver, a 42 Denver, a 45 Philly, a 46 Philly, and 2 47 Phillies. And then also in this box, I did also find a 1939 Philly. So the special ones are, I got a 2009. This is going to be in Denver. Right there. 2009, so I'll add that with my other ones. I found this one, which you guys might immediately recognize. It is a proof. This is a 1978 S proof. So the way that you can tell that it's a proof, especially from this angle, is the fields are very mirror-like, and the bust in the middle, Jefferson, there is frosted. So this is the second or third proof that I've found in coin roll hunting. So that's another great find. So here's the two that I wanted to show you. This again, this is a 1942. I'll flip it over so you guys can see it. 1942. So when I flip it over, and again, if it had the large mint mark at the top, then you would know that this was silver. But since it has the mint mark on the right hand side there, you'll see the D. Where's my pointer of science? Magic pointer science. Right, focus. Right here. See that small D? So this is earlier in the year before they went to minting silver. Oops. Speaking of silver, I got silver. Woohoo! So this is a 1945, really dark. But this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. Is that it's got the mint mark right here above Monticello, P, D, or S. This happens to be 1945, so 42 to 45. If it's got the mint mark up here, those are the coins that were struck with 35% silver content. So I found another silver. So I'm super stoked about that. I'm super stoked about this entire both of these boxes, and I actually have one special one for you guys. Let me find it right quick. Yep, this is it. It's a different one. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, guys. I caught this just off the top of my just out of the corner of my eye. I'm gonna see if I can get. I gotta get the light just right. I'm trying, guys. Bear with me. This is the reverse of a Jefferson nickel, and I don't know if you can see the line right down here as it goes up here and across here. What this is that this is a die clash. So that there, you can kind of see it. So it starts down here, it goes up across and up here, and if you compare that to, give me a 4. Whoops. So if you compare, let's see, it goes this way. You compare that to that line that goes up the side. That is the bust of Jefferson. So this coin right here is a die clash that they tried to polish out. So the one thing that I noticed on it is that it was really nice on the front. No major scuffs and stuff on it. And then I flipped it over and I was like, man, this thing is still shiny in the back. And then I noticed those lines. I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen those lines before. On Lincoln Sense, it is the bays that you can see on the reverse, and that's it. That's exactly what this is. Is that this is the bust outline of Jefferson on the reverse of this coin. So this is a die clash coin. So I'm super stoked to find one of those also in these boxes. And the last one that I found was just one that was in really nice condition. This is a 1958, which it still have a lot of luster, and it's just still overall it's pretty good condition compared to the other 50s that I've been getting between these two stacks. But so that's the bulk of my video that I got right here. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here. So I want to thank you guys for watching my video. Always check your change and check your nickels. One thing that you might do is go in and get I don't know, $20 or $40 worth of worth of nickels, and just see if you come up with a mix, something like this, or if you come across a silver, it may be a good sign that your area is not hunted very much for nickels, which I'm finding out that my area is not. But please take the time to like and subscribe. If you guys have comments, I'll put them in the section below. And until the next box, I'll see you guys next time.